2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Say hello to the folks.
Hey, hello to the folks.
Hey, Shaquille O'Neal is here. Say hey to the folks.
Hey, what up, folks?
The NBA's really rolling along at this point. And it's happening out in Phoenix, where the Suns will be going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs. On the road, they know this is a winnable game, but it won't be easy. A quality team with their home fans behind them, always a tough challenge to overcome. Spurs head coach Greg Popovich, adding to his already lengthy resume, taking the helm of the U.S. men's basketball team. Do you like him as the pick? Kenny?
Well, without question, if you think about sports, he might not just be the most respected basketball coach. He might be the one most respected in sports in general. And, you know, he was assistant in the national team since 2002. He obviously knows the international game, and the players love him. And his style of play, everyone touches the ball, Shaq. Not one guy's just going to dominate.
And, you know, Pop is all about putting aside ego, working as a team. I think it's a perfect fit when you're bringing together that all-star talent. We all know what he can do with all-star talent.
And I don't think he's going to have to do any interviews during timeouts during the Olympics. That'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And a stirring rendition of the Star-Spangled Banner by the terrific Linda Lynn, getting us ready for NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Two teams with little love between them as the San Antonio Spurs make their arrival in Phoenix, Arizona. And the good news about Tyler Ulis, recovered and ready to get back into the thick of things. And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, when Devin Booker's father finished his playing career in Europe, Devin, who was then 15, moved from Michigan to Mississippi to train with him. Devin said it was a culture shock, but it was the best decision I ever made. I was a student of the game, but I never understood the grind. He instilled that, and it stuck with me. Kevin?
And that kind of toughness is crucial to have at a young age. Thanks, D.A. And at this point of the season, Steve, most players have a defined role in what they're expected to do from the coaching staff. Just how important is that to have for players in the NBA to have a roadmap to follow and stay between the lines?
It's extremely important. The reason why is you want to know what a guy's going to bring you night in and night out. And obviously, throughout the game and throughout the season and in playoffs, you have some injuries. Guys' roles change. But when everybody's on the same page and doing their job, and that's a big, I could say, quote in the NBA, do your job and the good things happen.
Yep.
Let's get a nice clean game, huh?
And it's going to be San Antonio off the tip. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Mills out there with Murray, and it's Leonard in at the 3. To the paint, here's Payton. Another shot, and Gasol sends it back. Now here's Murray. There's the dish to Mills. Outside Leonard. And Chandler sends it back. They recover it. Fires from deep, and that's good. Kawhi Leonard for 3. Leonard's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Payton kicks to Jackson. Booker the pass to Chandler. Rejected by Gasol.
This is the opposite of how they wanted to start this game. 0 for 4 already.
And Leonard has it in the corner. He dishes it to Mills. There's the triple. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. The Suns have gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here. That one good for 2.
And the lid comes off the basket after 4 straight misses. They finally get one.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Aldridge a screen and stolen by Chris. Payton dishes to Jackson. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist. Jackson's got his first bucket in this one.
I tell you, at 6'8", Jackson is a more than capable scorer on the inside. Great at getting close to the rim and just finishing with the soft touch.
Now, here's Aldridge. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
Here's Mills. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Yeah, and they're just hitting 20% of their shots. It's a rough start to this game.
And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Here's Payton. His last outing, 16 points for him. Bangs home the trifecta. Booker's got 5 now.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Murray kicks to Gasol and finished off by Gasol.
With authority, Pau Gasol turns up the aggressiveness. Always a good sign for this team.
Suns moving the ball around. Jackson, that's good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Now Murray. He's coming off a 16-point game against Boston. Aldridge got a piece of it. Payton kicks to Jackson. Back to Payton. There's a screen by Chris. And here is Payton. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Clock is at 3. No good from Booker.
And the defense daring him to shoot that. Good plan right there.
Leonard kicks to Murray. The 3 from Mills. Chris with the rebound. The Suns on offense. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Jackson. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Spurs trail by 5.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Kept alive. Second chance shot. And Chandler sends it back.
And how about the basketball IQ of Chandler? Just knows exactly when to sky and commit to blocking shots.
No good from Gasol.
You know, Kevin, it's easy to forget, but Greg Popovich was almost fired by the Spurs back in '99. Rough start that year, under 500. The players caught wind that if they didn't win the next game in Houston, Pop would get the X.
Now here's Payton after the miss from Pau Gasol.
Wow, he had it at point-blank range, but the defense was all over him.
The 3 from Leonard, and he's good on the 3 ball. Leonard's got 6.
And with a defender right up on him, Kawhi maintains focus, and he buries the jumper.
And amazing to think about an all-time great like Popovich being on the hot seat. His players went to the mat for him, though, didn't they?
Some huge performances by Tim Duncan, among others. They really came out to support Pop. The Spurs finished that season on a tear, going on to win the franchise first NBA title.
Leonard on the wing, all sorts of time. And it's Leonard again missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Booker the pass to Chandler. Kicks it out to Booker. There's a screen by Chris. A nice shot by Booker. He has 7. Spurs trail by 4. Murray with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. From downtown, and Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Aldridge.
Like almost every other big in the league, it seems, Pau Gasol is working on that three-pointer.
Payton outside. There's a screen by Chris. Out left to the wing. They get it back. Jackson. And a missed layup.
Oh, I don't believe that. He's better than that. Come on.
Leonard against Jackson. Outside Leonard from the arc. Again, Leonard missing. Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And Booker kicks to Chris. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Leonard, no luck.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Payton outside. Six to shoot. Fires from 14. No good on that one. Aldridge with some nice D.
He is so out of his element right now. Hasn't made a shot all quarter. I feel for him.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. And the Suns here with a different look. Lenz checked in for Chandler. Allen Williams comes in for Marquise Chris. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Jackson. And Tyler Hugh is subbed in for Payton. Then for the Spurs, Rudy Gay's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Patty Mills. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Murray.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Ulis kicks to Warren. Good ball movement here by the Suns. On the wing, Booker over Green. And that one comes up a bit short. Last outing for San Antonio, it was a loss to the Celtics.
Yeah, it was a rough night for them. A lack of focus, I felt like, led to way too many mistakes.
Also, they lost a turnover differential by a landslide, and their defense really didn't show up.
And Steve, Kawhi Leonard, one of just 3 players to increase his scoring average in each of the past 5 seasons.
I mean, you look at what he's done. He's become an elite scorer, the 3rd longest streak of double-digit scoring games in franchise history, surpassing Timmy D. That's the consistency that you expect from a franchise player.
First free throw is good. Smitty, what do you think about the super teams being put together? People have complained that it's not right for a mid-market or smaller market team like Oklahoma City to lose a Kevin Durant and go to a team that's already great. What do you think about these teams getting even stronger and maybe the other teams weakening because of it, and the overall strength of the league then is lopsided?
Well, I think when you look at it, when you watch teams that win championship, they always usually have a big 3 some kind of way. But I think now people are looking at it, if it's, I guess, created organically, people are all right. But I think now people are saying, how can a guy just lose to these guys and join them? But I think it's still a business, and I think when a guy is a free agent, he has that choice. And you look at Kevin Durant speaking, he wanted to go where he thought was the best place for him to win a championship, where he felt comfortable. It's just that they just lost to the Golden State. That's why I think a lot of people are unhappy.
And not an indictment on Oklahoma City, but I think also, would you agree, Steve, the style of play with the Warriors really attracted Durant?
I think the style of play by the Warriors will attract me right now, and I can't get up in town and run. He likes to shoot threes. He likes to get up, and his offense is probably what he does best. And Golden State Warriors are one of those teams, they do it at a high level. It was a match made in heaven.
Len, good.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
They set the pick. Parker kicks to Green. And the pass to Leonard. It doesn't go for him. And Phoenix will come the other way. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
And they had a ton of missed opportunities at the foul line. That's always a game changer.
Even if you do come away with the win, you've made it a lot harder than it should have been. But that night, they just couldn't overcome it.
Now here's Laverne. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Anderson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Warren on the wing over Anderson, and Warren the bucket on the assist by Ulis. San Antonio trailing here. Parker outside. Anderson outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. TJ Warren picks one up.
And up and down this Suns roster, there is a ton of youth. One of the younger teams in our league last season, and that was weighted, put Tyson Chandler's age. A lot of young players looking to make their mark here in the NBA.
And that one misses. And last season, the Suns broke their franchise record for the youngest starting five the team has ever put on the court on multiple occasions.
Yeah, and with those young lineups, you could see the benefits, but also the concerns. I mean, they got a lot of extended looks at young players, and this team figures to have a bright future. But let's face it, there were some inconsistent stretches because of that youth. It's always difficult for a young group to learn how to become efficient and effective in the half court.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Ulis. Fresh shot clock for Phoenix. Dishes it to Warren. Len with a screen on Anderson. Here's Warren. And it's going to be two free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And when you see TJ Warren on the court, I just love his activity. I mean, he's always cutting and moving without the basketball. Very adept at finding those openings on the floor.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Shooting two.
And the first one drops. And Warren last season had his year interrupted by injury, cooled off after the fast start. But, Greg, he will always play with that activity.
Yeah, and he's so good at switching directions on a defender. Seemingly simple moves help him create great space both with and without the ball.
Both good from the line that time. 1:53 left in the first quarter of the game. Parker outside. Anderson outside. Parker dishes to Gay. Stolen by Len. Warren against Anderson. Puts it up from 12. Green with the rebound.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And it's going to be two free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You talk about the new term 3-and-D players. Well, Danny Green is the perfect example of that. Over 2/3 of his shots come from long range.
And Green's shooting has tailed off a bit over the last couple seasons, now entering his 30s. Steve, you think we've seen the best of Danny Green?
Well, you know, he bounced back last season, shot over 38% from the three-point range, but his field goal percentage wasn't much better. As many threes as he shoots, you'll take it.
And the first one at the line is good. And Danny Green, undrafted out of North Carolina. He's been a linchpin of the Spurs' great defense over his career.
You know, 6'6" with that 6'10" wingspan. This is a guy that can block shots like a big man, guards 3 positions, and one of the guys that we call the prototype when you talk about that 3 and D wing player.
And both free throws good for Green.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
There's a good screen. Ulis, good. Ulis has got his first basket of the night.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through.
Parker outside. Pass to Anderson. Inside. Here's Gay. Fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
Well, you see right there, Rudy attacks and maintains focus. He is a load to contain.
Before his injury, Rudy Gay had made some strides on the defensive end. In general, Greg, he doesn't get enough credit sometimes for his impact on that side of the ball.
Yeah, Gay has always been a great ball hawk. I mean, he's got long arms to pick off lazy passes. He gets a good amount of blocks for a wing player as well. Very much so underrated when you talk about his defense.
And free throw good from Gay.
And when you watch Rudy Gay out there on the court, you see just why he's always been a solid scorer in our league. I mean, any situation, any type of offense, he can find a way to get points, and really one of the more underrated players we have in our league.
Now, here's Ulis. Just 5 to shoot. Over Parker. They get it back. He can't get that one. San Antonio's gotten a lot of shots off from three-point land in the first quarter, but they're only 4 of 9. Here's Green, tipped away. Stolen by Len. Now, here's Ulis, covered by Parker. The Suns have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he makes the first. Good on both. Here is Parker. That will count. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Suns on top as they end the first quarter with a 13-5 run. 2K Sports back to Phoenix after this. And the Gasol brothers, Pau, talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Especially when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers. I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother. And that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Aggressive rebounding in that first quarter. That's what's given them the advantage.
Control the boards, and you control the flow of the game.
Allen Williams out there with Jackson. Then it's Ulis. Then it's Alex Len. And it's Daniels in at the 2. So that's the Suns' 5 as we get into the second quarter. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Kawhi Leonard has become a go-to scorer, but his focus still starts at the defensive end. He said, my mindset is the same every game. Whoever I'm playing against, I go in and try to stop their best scorer and then try to get myself going on the offensive end. Kevin?
And David, that's what you get with Kawhi. Mr. Consistency, one of the best two-way players in the game.
Catch and shoot. This is where Danny Green makes his money.
Now, here's Ulis. He's tightly guarded. There it is, his second make of the game. He's missed 5. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Parker outside, feeds to Laverne. Parker left side. Expanding his range. Here's Gay, shoots over Len, and that's going to be a treble. And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for the Spurs.
Liking the effectiveness they've shown here from three-point land. And I say, hey, shoot it more. They've been successful with a high field goal percentage, and we'll see if that continues to be a part of their arsenal.
The Suns have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Williams sets a screen for Ulis. He kicks to Williams. And it's Gay with the rebound. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Laverne passes to Green. There's Parker with the 3. Another miss by Parker.
You know what I'll tell you? He's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
On the wing, Daniels. Pass to Len. There's a screen. Just 5 to shoot. Williams can't hit.
Can't finish. And defensively, nice job of altering the shot without fouling.
And the Spurs last season, how about setting the all-time record for consecutive winning seasons with 20? This is a group that's won 50 or more games in every one of those seasons except the strike-shortened one in '99.
And it's the Suns with the ball, following the bucket by the Spurs. The wide open look here for Ulis, and Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. So for the Suns, Tyson Chandler is checked in for Alex Len. Marquise Chris comes in for Williams, and it's Payton in for Ulis. Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. Tipped away. And there's Chris. That's good on the assist by Chandler. Chris has got the game tied up here for the Suns. For San Antonio, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And Greg, for the Spurs, they're so competitive. It's inevitable. They just win year after year.
Yeah, but that big 3 of Duncan, Parker, and Ginobili, the all-time winningest trio in the history of our league, had a lot to do with it. And as that era comes to an end, they're doing a terrific job of just picking up new star talent without skipping a beat.
Booker, he's checked in for Troy Daniels. And Payton throws it down hard.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
He also is one of the most skilled finishers in the league. Yet another spectacular play.
From 10 feet out, the rebound by the Spurs. Gasol's got 5 rebounds tonight.
You know, on a pretty good night for these guys overall, his shooting has been the biggest weakness. Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Here's a screen by Chris. Payton kicks to Chris. That's good, and it's Payton with the assist. Chris has got 5 points now this quarter.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen.
Now here's Anderson. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. Aldridge a screen. Murray dishes to Gasol. Over Chandler. Here's Aldridge. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
The wingspan, the timing, Aldridge devastating on the offensive glass.
Payton kicks to Chris. On the wing, Booker. Chandler with a screen for Booker. Tries yet again. Out to Payton. Puts one up from 19. And he gets the jumper to drop. And the Suns lead by 3. Spurs have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Murray the pass to Leonard. From deep, Gasol. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Kicks it out to Booker. Payton dishes to Booker. Pass to Chris. Back to Booker. Chandler with a screen for Booker. And the pass to Chris. 6 on the shot clock. No coverage that time. And now a 6-point Phoenix lead.
It's amazing. He is on fire here in the second period after going scoreless in the first.
Aldridge sets up the pick now for Murray. And count it. And a chance for one more at the free throw line.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Smitty, you watch the game closely, of course. When you look beyond the household names that we all know, who are some of the more underrated players in the league right now?
I think Jay Crowder, Kemba Walker, I think Gordon Hayward, Rodney Hood, Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Those are some of the names that jump out on the screen for me because they play the right way, they make winning plays, and I think more and more people are starting to notice them.
I like those names.
Well, you know what this Suns team wants to do when they go up against you? They are looking to get out in the open floor and get easy baskets off transition. One of the best teams in the league when it comes to capitalizing on the break.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Devin Booker. Averaging about 22 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Well, and we've seen defenses try to adjust, but he has the intelligence along with the talent, just finds new ways to beat them.
Now here's Leonard. A 24-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And it was an unselfish night for him as well. He got plenty of assists to go along with all those points.
The mid-range game of Aldridge, so advanced, so well polished.
Payton with the screen for Chandler. Takes the 13-footer, and he overshot that one, missing.
Tough miss. He found some space inside the arc, but he could deliver.
And Mills kicks to Gasol. Chandler with the block. And up the court come the Suns on the break. Phoenix no good that time either. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And the layup's good off the glass. Leonard's got 12 points in the game.
Able to beat you with a wide variety of moves. Kawhi Leonard, savage inside.
Chandler the pass to Payton. Floats one up. The rebound by the Spurs. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
And you can be sure they will be counting on their reserves to step up again in a big way.
Suns trail by 3. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
They need this. Chris with another miss.
His lack of consistency with the shot tonight has held them back.
And Mills kicks to Aldridge. Out to the wing. Here's Murray. A beautiful reverse layup. And it's a 5-point San Antonio lead.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
To the left side wing. Peyton dishes to Chandler. Warren on the wing. He's covered by Leonard. There's a screen by Chris. Just 5 on the clock. No good from Booker.
Yeah, it just seems whatever they do, nothing's working right now to stop the bleeding.
It takes an effort on both ends of the floor, and you have to find the right matchups to exploit.
Murray, good.
And what it looks like now, guys, their confidence is growing, and so is this lead.
But they can't just sit back and enjoy it. They need to keep up the momentum.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
And Pau Gasol, one of the most skilled 7-footers this league has ever seen. Whether it's the low post, high post, flaring off picks, you want the ball in his hands. And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Chandler. 5th in field goal percentage. And don't forget, top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And yeah, he's such an efficient scorer, understands the offense, moves without the ball so well. That's why he's top 5 in field goal percentage. Now here's Peyton. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Now here's Booker. Shot to end this cold run. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line. And Pau Gasol, a very good perimeter shooter, starting to stretch his range out beyond that three-point arc.
Yeah, his face-up game is becoming more and more prominent. Working from that elbow, he's become more of a triple threat. He can shoot it, drive it, and pass at a high level.
Catching up on the changes for Phoenix. Allen Williams comes in for Chandler. And Tyler Hughes subbed in for Elfrid Payton.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw, good, Booker. Well, and Steve, you were known for ball handling at 6'7". It seems like we're seeing more and more big players with that kind of skills. Antetokounmpo, Ben Simmons in Philadelphia as he begins to come back in his rehab. Of course, LeBron James. Why do you think that's the case? The taller guys handling the ball and with great success.
You know, Kevin, I think it's because now guys are not in the box. I don't think you have positions. It's positionless basketball. And guys want to be able to dribble the basketball, shoot the basketball, and they work on their game. I know kind of my era, the big guys just stay in the paint. The guards handled the basketball, and then kind of the 2 and the 3 were the only guys that did a lot of different things. But I think right now guys are learning the game from such a young age to be able to do it all, and that's the reason why we're seeing more triple doubles.
And the Suns making a change here. Len's checked in. Leonard kicks to Parker. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Parker's got 5 points so far.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
For 3, Booker. San Antonio with the rebound.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Gay passes to Green. There's 1:40 left to play here in the second quarter. Another miss by Parker. Suns trail by 6. Here's Hughes. He has 6. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Hughes has got 4 points in the quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Gay kicks to Parker. Leonard with no one around. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Leonard's got the lead up to 7 now for the Spurs. And Booker kicks to Len. Laverne grabs the miss. San Antonio with the ball. They're on an 18-5 run here. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Kawhi Leonard right there in the thick of the MVP conversation. We know he doesn't care about recognition. He just focuses on basketball.
And the first one drops. And Leonard just entering the prime of his career, Steve, absolutely among the top 5 players in the NBA right now.
You're right, Kevin, and one of just 3 players in the league history to win both Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. And by the way, the others, Hakeem and Michael Jordan, are the other 2.
Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Phoenix. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And didn't shoot it all that well from the line in the first quarter. Doing a much better job now in the second, up over 80%.
Williams, that's good.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Here's the screen. Outside, Green. Rejected by Len, and he recovers it. It's good. Green's got 6 points.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Now, here's Ulis, covered by Parker. Now Ulis, he's got 8. Len, and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
One shot, gentlemen.
And that one misses. Fires from 18. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Greg Popovich. Pop, what do you think was the key to having such a strong first half?
We played good D.
That was 4 words. Thanks, Pop. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We're going to break down all the action from the first half. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 17 points and 1 rebound. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
Well, the offense is running on all cylinders. Guys are focused, executing, not playing outside of themselves. That's why their shooting percentage was so high. See it up there, Ernie, in the stratosphere? Anyway, they're mixing things up, which keeps the defense scrambling.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Phoenix?
To me, they looked out of sync shooting the basketball. Under 40% for the first half. Some of it was poor shot selection, but mostly it just looked like they were out of rhythm. For the second half, they need to push more for buckets in transition. Get to the foul line a little bit more. Try to get back in the flow.
That'll do it for now. The second half of action coming right up.
The streets around this beautiful arena in downtown Phoenix, the home of the Suns. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, he's really been catching the defense off guard so far here in this game, racking up a bunch of trips to the line.
Well, he's one of those guys. When he's being aggressive, officials give him the benefit of the doubt.
Suns trail by 7. On the court right now for the Spurs. Aldridge and Kawhi Leonard, the 2 stars at the forward spots. Murray out there with Mills, and it's Gasol, and at the center, locking down the middle. Booker with no one around. but he stays with it.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
Back to Peyton. They set the pick. A floater, and it's in there. Peyton's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Suns.
Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
Aldridge's screen. The feed to Mills. Gasol up top. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists now in this one.
With the amount of moves Aldridge has inside as a defender, you never know what to take away.
Now here's Peyton. There's a screen by Chris. Shot clock at 6. From 13, and it comes off the front of the rim. San Antonio leading by 7. And the Spurs every bit a title contender, but injuries can derail any team. And they struck hard last season.
Yes, they did. The torn quad tendon for Tony Parker in the semis, then in the Western Conference Finals, up 22 points on the road. Kawhi Leonard rolls his ankle on Pachulia's foot. Things you just can't control.
Jackson has the open look. Off target from three-point range.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Murray dishes to Mills. A 3 from Leonard. Tyson Chandler grabs the board. Chandler's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Booker. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Booker's got 12 points in the game. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Murray, the pass to Aldridge. And Mills kicks to Gasol. Over Chandler, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
How Gasol, as skilled of a big man as you'll find in this league, in my opinion, passing, shooting, handling, you name it.
We were just talking about Powell shooting last season. He shot almost 55% from three-point range. How about that?
That's how you fend off Father Time. Keep adding layers to your game.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
As Gasol continues to work on his shooting range, guess what? His free throw percentage has been creeping up as well. Probably not a coincidence.
Both free throws good from Gasol. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Peyton outside. Kicks it to Booker. Takes the 3. Again, the miss by Booker.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Leonard with a screen on Booker. Here's Mills. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And last season, Patty Mills averaging the most assists of his career. In fact, he was the highest efficiency player rated on the Spurs.
You know what? He says becoming more of a leader has helped him grow as a playmaker. He's enjoying his new role.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And for the Spurs, such a remarkable run of success. In your mind, Smitty, what's been their secret?
Well, they develop extremely well, but once every decade or so, they draft a franchise player. In 1987, the Admiral. In 1997, the Big Fundamental. And in 2011, the Claw, Kawhi Leonard. And after that, as Pop would say it, don't mess it up.
And both free throws good for Mills.
And one of the game's best free throw shooters. It's a shame that Patty almost never gets to the line.
Booker dishes to Chandler. Peyton, right side. Out to Chris. Let's go. The shot that time, not on target. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Here's Mills. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Suns trail by 9. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Chris. That's short off the rim.
Oh, man, he hasn't had the rhythm tonight. Tried to make up for it there, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Here's Murray. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
And with that miss, shooting only 20% coming out of the break. Ouch.
For 3, Booker. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Wow, and this is his range. Maybe he was too wide open.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Josh Jackson.
The nuances that Kawhi has added to his game. That time, the little up fake.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
2 shots.
That free throw good from Leonard.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And he makes both free throws.
The efficiency of Kawhi Leonard, you have to love it. High percentages from the field and from the line.
Phoenix calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And now a chance to take a look at the shot chart for the Suns.
And the story of the game for him has really been painful. I mean, he's tried to get things going, but for whatever reason, between the defense and just his rhythm tonight, the touch just hasn't been there.
Now here's Peyton. He's got 6. Here's Booker. They get the rebound. Chris. And he makes the bucket through contact and gets the whistle too.
His combination of energy and anticipation showing up on the offensive glass.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. That's good from Chris. So it's the Spurs now. They've led by as many as 11 points. And here is Murray. He's got 9. He feeds it to Mills. Over Booker. Gets it to go from 8 feet.
You know, he's not someone who spends a ton of time in the painted area, but Patty Mills looking comfortable on that one.
Peyton kicks to Chandler. On the wing, Booker. And stolen by Aldridge. The dish now to Murray. Jackson against Leonard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. That's on Josh Jackson. And LaMarcus Aldridge missing a few weeks last season over concerns with the heart flutter, something he dealt with much earlier in his career with the Blazers around his rookie season.
You know, scary, Kevin, but it's great to see him healthy and playing the game he loves. Those kind of challenges make you appreciate life and doing what you love.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Leonard. Both shots good from the stripe. Suns trail by 12. Payton passes to Chris. Back to Payton. To the middle. Looking for Chris. He gets it there. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Here's Booker. After Pau Gasol's bucket, Booker dishes to Chandler. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. The Suns have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one.
Shooting 1.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And more, it's looking like Devin Booker, the 13th pick in the 2015 draft, is going to be one of the biggest steals of that draft class.
And he's one that all GMs are looking at, and they wish they could have a redo. I mean, Booker was very young when he entered the draft, and some teams maybe shied away from that. But clearly he's shown that he could be one of the best players in that class.
Chalk up 2 there. Booker's got it back down to single digits for the Suns.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Parker kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge a screen. Anderson passes to Parker. The kick out to Anderson. 4 on the shot clock. Doesn't go that time. Phoenix has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. Pass to Chris. Booker left side. Over Parker. Again, the miss by Booker.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
And Mills kicks to Gay, and it's denied. Booker against Parker. Dishes to Jackson. On the wing, Daniels. A three-pointer off the mark. San Antonio leading by 9. Mills passes to Parker. Back to Mills. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Well, every team goes into the draft looking for finishers like these. Here are the most efficient scorers among this year's rookie class. Third is Josh Jackson.
He's scoring and finishing at a very high level. I mean, playing within himself offensively and being very discerning with his shot selection.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shot.
Free throw good. Mills. And the Suns here with a different look. Lenz checked in for Chandler. Allen Williams comes in for Chris. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Jackson. And Tyler Hughes subbed in for Booker. Spurs also with the sub. Burns checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Well, every so often a team will have a home game and see their stadium flooded with fans for the away team. It happens when a especially good, popular team is playing a team kind of in a bad part of their schedule, or maybe just in a bad part of their development. Smitty, do players notice when this happens, and does it bother them at all?
Yeah, players notice it. It does bother you. It happened to me when in the Chicago Bulls era. You'll hear people cheering more for Michael Jordan than their own players. It's because people love to see winners. People have their favorite players, and a lot of people right now look at it as they want to come see their favorite player. As a player, you just got to go out, beat Michael Jordan, go out and win, and usually the fans will turn into your favor.
And he has not been on his game here. He is forcing a lot of shots, and the team is suffering because of it. It's time for him to focus on getting his teammates involved.
Danny Green, he's checked in for the Spurs. Now, here's Ulis. He's got 8. He dishes it to Daniels. Len with a screen on Green. Here's Daniels. Good on the triple. Daniels has got his second bucket tonight. San Antonio leading by 8. Parker outside. Feeds to Laverne. Outside, Green. Here's Parker. It's hauled in by the Suns. Land's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Daniels kicks to Ulis. Len a screen. Now here's Ulis. Defense is right there. Parker with the steal. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Gay with the ball, and it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got his 3rd assist on the night. Suns trail by 10. Len a screen. And here's Warren for 3. They grabbed their own miss. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Pass to Parker. And he's fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming up.
Right there, the body control of Parker. You see the adjustment after contact for the potential and 1.
And Tony Parker in his prime, one of the best slashing point guards this league has ever seen. Just an outstanding finisher amidst the tall players. And one season, how about he almost led the league in points in the paint, a surefire Hall of Famer.
1 shot.
And a bit of a down year for Tony Parker in 2017. His lowest three-point percentage in 5 years. Lowest free throw percentage in 9.
Yeah, I mean, you'd like to see him hitting threes at a higher clip. The previous couple seasons, he shot it up over 40%. And a great way, I think, to boost his offense, even though he has slowed down a bit.
Here's Parker following the score by Phoenix. Inside and stolen by Williams. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Warren.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Green. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 10 points a game, 3 assists, and 3 rebounds. And the numbers won't wow you, but I like the effort he brings to the table each and every night.
You need guys who understand their roles, carry them out without complaint. Everything he does is for the team.
Now here's Green. He has 6.
A top 10 pick years ago, Rudy's flirted with star status, and you can see why.
Ulis with it. A decent amount of time left as they try to find a way back into it.
Yeah, but it will be soon if they don't start cutting into this deficit.
Here's Len. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. For Phoenix, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8. He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Spurs leading by 12. Anderson the screen. Parker kicks to Green. Passes it to Gay. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Green's got 3 assists now in this one.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now here's Williams. Now here's Warren. Len, great positioning on the putback.
Not letting his team down. He's been very strong. He just needs a little help from his teammates.
There's a good screen. Parker dishes to Gay. Parker passes to Green. Buries it from 3-point range. Green's got 9.
I love the elevation Danny Green gets on his jumper. Makes him tough to defend from distance.
Ulis kicks to Warren. To the inside. Here's Len. Rebound by Parker. San Antonio leading by 15. 1:09 left to play here in the third. Outside, Green. Again, the miss by Green. Well, Phoenix shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Warren kicks to Len. And the call will be against Alex Len. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Green. Again, the miss by Green. Suns trail by 15. Ulis kicks to Warren. That's tipped.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
Now, here's Ulis. He's got 8. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Floats one. Laverne grabs the miss.
How many times have you seen him do that? Losing focus on a simple lay-in.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs riding a 15-point lead at the end of the quarter. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Nobody holds the ball, not even 1001. You catch it, it's a shot, it's a drive or pass, whatever you got.
Specific instructions from Greg Popovich. If you don't have a clean look, don't have an open lane, move the ball.
Yeah, and the key is fast decision-making, and that takes great recognition from all 5 guys in terms of communication. That's really what we call chemistry.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. They've got Warren. Williams is out there with Len. Then it's Ulis, and it's Daniels in at the 2 guard. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
And that's definitely a shot that he has in his arsenal.
Now here's Murray. He kicks it to Laverne. Green dishes to Anderson. That shot off the mark. Excellent D there from Williams. Here is Daniels, guarded by Green. Now Daniels. Len with a screen on Green. 5 on the clock. Here's Daniels. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 3rd rebound on the night. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Foul. 2. Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw, good, Anderson. So for the Suns, Chris, he's checked in for Alan Williams. Booker comes in for Troy Daniels. And it's Peyton in for Tyler Ulis. Then for the Spurs, Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Laverne. And it's Mills in for Green. And both free throws good for Anderson. Here's Peyton. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out.
And Chris throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Anderson the screen. Murray kicks to Mills. Leonard draws the double. Stolen by Warren. And oh, here we go. Warren's got it. The fast break chance. Second chance shot. And it's laid in by Peyton.
Oh, easy putback. No one got a body on it.
And there's one thing you're trying to minimize. It's second chance opportunities. Poor defensive rebounding for them.
Now here's Murray. And stolen by Chris. That's tipped. Anderson passes to Leonard. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Suns trail by 11. Peyton kicks to Len. Now the pass to Chris. And a miss there on the triple.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
The 3 from Leonard. It's deflected. Booker outside. Launches a 3. Phoenix no good that time either.
He just can't get it cranked up from beyond the arc. No threes in this half after just hitting 1 in the first. The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
Timeout called, the Suns.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working, call timeout, try to figure out what you can do to fix the problem.
You know, also, it's just a chance to take a breath, regroup, get your mind set, and come back out fresh.
Tyson Chandler, who's checked in for Phoenix. Jackson comes in for T.J. Warren. The Spurs also with the sub. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Anderson. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Earl Watson was talking about with his players, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. See if that pep talk got him going, guys.
Leonard against Booker. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
Aldridge a screen. Here's Murray. Now the feed to Mills. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Shots good by Mills.
The improvement in patience, awareness. You can see why Kawhi Leonard's assist totals have grown over the years.
Suns trail by 13. Chandler a screen. For 3, Booker. Again, the miss by Booker.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
One shot.
Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Payton kicks to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Suns.
Smother indeed, something Aldridge can give you, especially in certain matchups.
Murray dishes to Aldridge. Kicks to Murray. Aldridge a screen. Murray with it. Now Payton defending. Leonard. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And he comes up with the deuce.
Excellent use of the screen there to free himself up and create space to make the open J.
Back to Murray. Gasol, a screen on Payton. Murray kicks to Mills. Over Chris. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
And LaMarcus Aldridge really possesses tremendous shooting touch when you consider this guy's basically a 7-footer, and he's increasing that range. Last season, up over 40% from 3.
And Aldridge doesn't shoot a ton of threes, yet he still earns his keep in that mid-range.
Yeah, on that left block, back to the basket, and with his size, that turnaround J is just about unstoppable.
And he knocks down the first one.
It's interesting. Aldridge used to shoot more free throws. That's when he used to bang inside. Now he's shooting a lot from the outside, so that trend will likely continue.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And it's fair to say, Tyson Chandler, not the player he once was, but still a fantastic rebounder and eats up space and does everything you want from a big man.
Kicks it out to Leonard. He feeds it to Mills. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Suns will retain possession. And Phoenix has possession.
Awfully hard to get back into the game when one of your key shooters is this ice cold and has been all quarter.
Stolen by Jackson. Here's Booker. Again, the miss by Booker. And with Chandler, Greg, he still rebounds at a fantastic rate, even though he's the team veteran. As long as he gets minutes, he'll get you some boards.
And part of that is because he's always been one of the smarter rebounders in our league, just aware of how to set up and track the basketball after the shot goes up, and he makes great use of his length and strength.
Phoenix with the ball, following the three-pointer by San Antonio, and it goes down 2 points.
And this is the value of letting the play develop. You find the weakness in the defense.
And here is Murray. Leonard, the pass to Aldridge. The dish to Gasol. And it's off the back rim, no good.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Count it.
High percentage play, working the ball in close, then the nice move to convert.
Spurs leading by 16. Murray kicks to Aldridge. And stolen by Chris. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. And there's Booker on the assist by Payton. Payton's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. San Antonio's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Aldridge's screen. Pass to Mills, and stolen by Booker. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Payton. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and it'll go to the line. That free throw missing. The Spurs making a switch here. Parker's checked in. He hits the second from the line. San Antonio leading by 13. Leonard on the wing. Lays it up and banks it in. Leonard's got 9 points in the quarter.
You can tell he is on a mission down the stretch. Attack offensively and build on this lead.
Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Out left to the wing. Here's Payton, and Parker with the block. Payton passes to Chris. A floater, and he gets the bucket. Chris has got 11 points here in just the second half. The Spurs shooting well. They're at 45%. Gasol, a screen on Jackson. Leonard draws the double. And so it's San Antonio with it. Aldridge dishes to Mills. That 3 off the mark. Suns trail by 13. Payton kicks to Chris. And Chris throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Parker. Dishes it to Leonard. Good-looking screen by Gasol. And stolen by Chris. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
That's only the first turnover, guys. He's been safe as an option for them at the offensive end.
Gasol inside. Chandler on him. It's Gasol missing.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
No good from Booker.
In this second half, the defense have been baiting him to shoot the 3, and we're seeing why.
Here's Aldridge. Parker passes to Mills. Over Booker. Here's Aldridge. And finally they hit one. And the Spurs lead by 13.
And, you know, I think they need to send more bodies to the boards at the offensive end. They had a good thing going there in that first half.
And the Suns call time here. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
You know, he's been a one-man wrecking crew down low. His consistent scoring has dictated the pace of this game. We'll see if they decide to front him, bring a quick double, or maybe even both to try to slow him down.
Payton outside. There's the screen, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
That's the modern-day NBA. Complain about the call and hope the next one goes your way.
Spurs leading by 13. Outside Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
The evolution of Leonard's game, making things happen with the dribble drive.
Phoenix has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. There's a screen by Chris. Payton kicks to Chris. Right side Jackson. Booker outside. Clock at 6. Shoots over Leonard. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 6 here in this quarter. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Lets it go from 14. Good D by Booker.
He's a little uncomfortable in that in-between area, and the defense plays him that way.
Chandler is screen. Payton dishes to Booker. 6 on the shot clock from 13. Again, the miss by Booker.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
Back to Parker. Aldridge a screen. And Mills kicks to Leonard. Spurs working the ball around now. Parker's shot is off. Suns trail by 13. 1:09 left in the fourth. To the paint. Gasol with the steal.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for San Antonio.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Kawhi Leonard.
What I like that he came ready to compete in this game, but he did it under control. Tremendous poise, never seemed to be in a hurry, just played the game the right way.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. 24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Parker outside. Anderson passes to Green. And it's off from three-point range. Down low, stolen by Gay. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Danny, a strong defensive effort both individually and team. Now, how comfortable are you at that end of the floor now, knowing that you can make things tough on the opposition?
Well, we want to make them take tough shots. We're not comfortable at any point defensively, but we got to continue to be active and be aggressive and get our hands on loose balls.
It's been the mark of the Spurs for a long time, Danny. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.